Hey, what's going on, guys? Tyler here. And today I am just going to be going over my sales for the first half of November. The reason that I'm not going all the way to the 22nd right now is because I still have a bunch of pending sales from the last week. So in order to get a snapshot of all the profit that's actually occurring, it's probably better just to look at all of the items that have actually been, or all the orders that have been fulfilled so far, rather than the ones that are pending. Because the ones that are pending, it doesn't show a profit. It still says it's zero until it's actually shipped out. So these are my sales for the last, or the first 2 weeks of November, basically the 1st through the 15th. And as you can see here, I have $7,000 in gross sales. That's on 403 orders. Total cost of goods sold, which is obviously just the amount of money I spent on the inventory, was around $3,200. Total fees, $3,017. As you can see, that's FBA fees, and then the actual Amazon fee. That's the normal 15% that you're used to when you're drop shipping. That leaves me with a total profit of $752 for the first half of November. That's a return on investment, basically just my total profit divided by my cost of goods sold. That leaves me with an ROI of 23.68% and a sales margin of 10.84%. So this number here, this margin, is based on my gross sales. Basically just close to 11% is profit out of my gross sales, and then this ROI is just, like I said, based on the cost of goods sold. So I mean that's pretty good. Usually, for drop shipping, these numbers are going to be a lot smaller. I do also get 1.5% cash back with my not my Chase card, my Capital One Spark card. So on top of that, I'm earning an extra like $40 something from this cost of goods sold. So total profit is around like $800 if you include that. What that doesn't include, though, that's not going to include your shipping fees into Amazon. So I need to look at those numbers. I'm fairly certain it's a couple $100 of cost that has gone into actually shipping these items into Amazon from the Ecom Solutions warehouse. And on top of that, there is a fee that you pay Ecom Solutions every month. So basically how this works for the first few months, you're likely only going to make, you might break even to start if you're lucky after like month 2, month 3. I would say month 4, you're probably going to start making a few $100s a month. And then from there, it just snowballs into more and more profit. You really need to get your limits up, which is something that has now happened for me on Amazon. I started off with 1,000 unit max in my store, and now it's to the point where I have a little over 1,300 units as my limit. So, I mean, if you think about it, that gives you more room for an extra 30% profit basically every month for you to fill up your inventory. That additional 30%. So, and the amount of inventory you have is going to be basically directly correlated to how much potential profit you can make. And yes, there's some factors that, come from how well you actually source your items, how well you're picking these items. And I have a product research video on how I actually pick my items, so you can see that if you want to look in the description below. I'll add that video. So that's one of the factors, but mostly, everybody can source pretty much quality items using the Seats method, which is the database that Ecom Solutions provides for all of their products. And then it really comes down to how well are you replenishing your items when they're going out of stock. How often are you actually sourcing? But the data, the numbers are there for everybody. Everything's fully transparent in terms of we all have the same information. It's just about who uses that information the best. So once you're good at it, yeah, everyone pretty much knows the good products to source. And then it's just about how much capital you can actually put into it. And like I said before, how often you're actually replenishing these items. I'll click into the seats database just so we can take a look real quick. And for those of you that have never seen this before. So basically this is where you can search through all the products, and you can use these filters here to show you what's available. And this last fulfilled is going to be like if there's someone else who has fulfilled it. So for example, this person here, you can see that somebody bought 25 of these on the 17th. So it actually tells you in the seats, so you're not competing directly with a bunch of other people who are also using seats. You're not competing with a bunch of other people on buying the same stuff. You can kind of control, the saturation a little bit. But if we look here, I'll just look for things with a $3 min FBA product. You can see there's 3,592 products that have at least a $3 min FBA profit. So there's lots of items to choose from, and a lot of food items, but that's fine because the food items, a lot of people are going to buy them and then rebuy. So they're kind of good to have in your store. Also, I like to have some more expensive tools in there, which I've been adding more of recently. But yeah, most of my best selling consistent items are definitely food items. So yeah, I wouldn't be scared if all you see is food items, but that's a lot of what is what's going to be attractive to sell. New items are added pretty much every day, and they're in here from the date they were added. Like the newest are going to be on the first page, and it just keeps going back. What I like to do is I like to go in pretty much every day and see what's been added, source some items, because if you're one of the first ones in there, you have a better opportunity to find some things obviously first, and other people might be deterred from buying them as well. Like this, for example, this was added 11/17. Someone's already put in an order the day it was added. Someone bought 14 units of this. So there's only so many sales for each product each month, and we're trying to avoid products that we are not going to be able to get buy box rotation on, and we're not gonna be able to sell a certain amount of units every month. Like I'm looking for 10 plus units every month that I can sell when I'm looking at these things. So it really depends on how many FBA sellers there are, how much profit there is to be made, and like I said, if someone's already ordered this product here, it's got a pretty high ranking. There's no reason why I would ever probably buy this particular product now. So definitely early bird catches the worm in that regard here. But yeah, these are all the stats that Ecom Solutions actually provides to you, and then there's other tools you can use. One of them I like to use is Helium 10. So if we're just looking at, let's just go to this random product here. So you can see here, this is Gold Nugget Gum. I can actually use Helium 10 to see, how many times this product sells a month. It looks like it sells 31 times a month. And then we also use Keepa, and we can see what the buy box has been the past couple months. And we can see it's been $23.99 pretty consistently through the last month and a half, 2 months. So that's a really good sign. And this is one we might want to buy. Even though it's got that higher sales rank, it's still, like I said, had that 20, I think it was 21 units a month. And if you look in here, you can see that I don't think these guys are prime. So we could essentially be ships from Fun Express. We could essentially be the only prime seller on this particular product here. So those are the type of products we're looking for. Not necessarily like home run out of the park, making $20 per sale, selling 500 times a month. Like, those just don't exist unless you're doing private label. And so you kind of have to, create a store with a very wide variety of items. And you just have to be consistently sourcing. That's the key, is just the consistency. And you can even hire somebody eventually to do this for you. But I kind of get some enjoyment out of learning the process and really, just doing it myself. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about with Ecom Solutions. I've had some issues with some sales stuff recently. Just the past few days, I made a big mistake. And basically, when you are ordering all these new products, sometimes you neglect the products you already have. And I had probably like 5 to 10, maybe closer to 10 SKUs that were selling very consistently. I even had a couple days recently. If I can pull it up on my phone real quick, I'll just show you. That way I don't have to pull it up on my screen. I had some days where, I did like $600 plus in sales. Hopefully this works. All right, yeah. So I had some days where I did like 600 plus in sales. And then you see there's like a drop off the past like 6 days. Basically what happened was I had all these good products in stock all at the same time. And I was in Vegas and I would just like wasn't paying attention to everything. And the Vegas thing isn't really an excuse, because I should have had these products ordered weeks ago when I knew they were selling. But basically what happened was these products all sold out as things were really growing, and my metrics were going up. So I guess I was possibly getting more buy box rotation time from that. I don't know. But those days I was making $100 plus in profit. But basically what ended up happening was now I'm out of stock on a lot of my good products. I just put in a huge replenishment order this morning, but it's going to take a couple weeks for all those items to get in. I do have more items that are on their way, but it's just kind of like a lesson learned that you can't just be ordering new stuff all the time. I mean, you should be, but you also cannot neglect your products that are, your really good sellers. It's all like exciting and stuff, you're selling them. But if they're not in your store anymore, I mean, yeah, they can't, you're just like wasting money. It's better to focus your time on, or not even your time, just, I guess more of like your routine. You need to have built in the products that are already winners for you. Those are going to be ones that you want to like make sure you're not neglecting ever. And I did. So lesson learned, I need to create a routine where I'm checking my inventory better, maybe create some sort of system, spreadsheet, whatever. I can download a report and it will automatically tell me the ones I want to like replenish, how many units I should buy of those, whatever. But yeah, like I have a bunch of new items that are coming in. There's a shipment of 270 units that should hit the Amazon warehouse within the next couple days. And then I have a lot more items coming in after that should be in the Amazon warehouse in the next couple weeks. So yeah, that's exciting. And hopefully those replenishments come through quick. I really want to have my first $1,000 sales day. I thought it was going to be Black Friday, but then I realized I'm out of my best items. So pretty bad mistake on my part, but we should see at least probably, I'm going to guess like $1,300 to $1,400 of gross profit for the month of November. Like I showed you before, the first half was around $750. There's still some pending orders from that time period. And then yeah, I mean, I'll do an update at the end of the month and we can see how it went. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And also, if you want to get started on Ecom Solutions, there's a link to a webinar in the description below, as well as a couple links to my other videos that I've done on Ecom Solutions. I also have a group now that if you do sign up for Ecom Solutions, you're not just going to be like left alone to do this on your own. I will kind of help you, I will help you get started to the point where, hopefully you can do it on your own eventually. But just as, kind of a way to make sure that you get off on the right foot, you're doing everything correctly with this. For those of you that want to do this business model, yeah, you're more than welcome to come into my Skype group where I try to keep everyone motivated. Yeah, just kind of like accountability a little bit, as well as learning from each other. So yeah, if you want to be part of that, just let me know. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. Or if you sign up for Ecom Solutions, tell support that you signed up through Tyler and you want to be part of his group on Skype, and they'll get you in the right direction. I appreciate you guys watching, and have a great rest of the day. Thanks, guys.